Diablo 4 is coming out in just a few hours, and if this is your first time entering Sanctuary or you're coming back after a long stint away, then here are some tips to get you off on the right foot. Keep in mind, a lot of the footage I'm going to be showing is from very early on, as I don't want to spoil anything major, especially if you want to play through it yourself. Tip number 1. Choosing the right class. As with most of these tips, the answer will be, well, if you play enough, you'll figure it out. But what good is that advice on a list of tips? Everyone wants to choose the right class for them right out of the gate, so here's a 20-second spiel. Do you like charging in, taking a ton of damage, and dealing a ton of melee damage back, and generally being fueled with rage and very angry? Go Barbarian. Do you like death and gothic stuff in Skulls? Go Necromancer. Do you like casting, but the Necromancer is just too edgy for you? Then go Sorcerer. Do you like being sneaky, or do you play a Rogue or Hunter in World of Warcraft? Go Rogue. Do you like playstyle variety, or do you happen to play a Druid in World of Warcraft? Go Druid. Of course, you could expand this topic alone into a 20-minute video, but I encourage you to play multiple classes. If one doesn't suit your fancy, you can always pivot to another. Hey there, Rotan here. While I normally make World of Warcraft videos on cosmetics, collectibles, and mounts, Diablo 4 does seem like a good game to stretch those same muscles in. The best way to let me know if you want more Diablo 4 content is by subscribing, or if you're already a subscriber, thank you, and you can leave your thoughts and feedback for me in the comments. Tip number 2, leveling. No, I'm not going to share any farming locations or anything like that. There's definitely going to be plenty of other videos out there for you if that's what you're looking for. But if you're new and wondering what the fastest way to level is casually, the answer is by carrying on normally through the campaign. Interestingly, completing campaign quests themselves didn't reward much experience compared to previous games, and the most experience I gained in the hours I've played so far just came from killing demons. Some key quests gave more, but overall, killing the monsters on the way to complete that quest was far more significant. Spending time farming monsters for levels doesn't really get efficient until you have some skills and synergies under your belt. Don't worry, if you progress through the campaign as intended, you will level very quickly. Of course, with all Diablo games, there will be 100 videos soon on experience farming methods with various efficiencies out in just a couple days. But I encourage you to enjoy yourself your first time through. Leveling comes later and naturally. Tip number 3. Don't worry about completing all the side quests your first time through. You'll be playing through the game multiple times, and there's always time to backtrack and take on those side quests. In fact, some side quests and dungeons are best handled if you come back later with some more experience or gear under your belt. As for the random world events that spawn, there's no guarantee you'll see all of them on your first playthrough, so be patient and take a look at these when you can, but don't fret about seeing it all the first time. Tip number 4. Now we're going to get slightly more technical here. You can use the Shift key on your keyboard to stop your character's movement and turn your clicks into directional attacks. This can be useful for ranged characters trying to stand still and aim, or for attacking innocent creatures or environmental objects otherwise unclickable. I trust there will be some secret doors we can break only through this method. There's also a new shrine called an artillery shrine, which adds ranged projectiles to your basic attack. Using the shift click trick here as a melee class can be very helpful. Tip number 5. More technical speak here, but use the new keywords function when searching through your abilities to plan around a specific build type. Are you looking for abilities that synergize with berserking? How about abilities that deal with attack speed while dual wielding? This new keyword search feature can help you find that ability that you were looking for and you just couldn't find, or help you plan out your next few points while leveling, or it can help you plan out a whole new build for testing. And we'll end with a bonus tip number 6. The game ramps up, don't worry. Most Diablo games and ARPGs in general start off very slowly at first, mostly with auto-attacking and pressing maybe an ability button or two here or there. But if the rest of the Diablo series, or just the ARPG genre as a whole has taught us anything, it's that the game ramps up quick. The game only just begins when you hit max level. Set pieces, unique builds, secret bosses, and tons of difficulty settings will dramatically increase the intensity and pace of the game. So I encourage you to keep at it and don't give up. So that's all the tips that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed them and that some of these were helpful. They were very basic, and I'm planning on releasing more Diablo 4 content soon. Thanks for watching this far. I'll see you in the next one, and take care.